I've always said on the channel that with the surge in popularity of crossovers and SUVs, car companies are beginning to shy away from compact and subcompact sedans. I gotta say, boy was I wrong. While researching on this topic, I didn't realize that there were 13, that's right, 13 subcompact sedans available in the market today, and they're all priced competitively with your hard-earned money in mind. Now, these cars are complete with convenience and safety features that you wouldn't find in the segment a decade ago. Now, I'm man enough to admit when I'm wrong, and subcompact sedans are alive and well, guys. Today we'll be listing all the available subcompact sedans in the market, their specs, their prices, and what makes them stand out from the pack. Now, it's worth mentioning that all current cars have standard features such as anti-lock brakes, dual airbags, seat belts, and ISOFIX anchor, so I won't be listing all those standard features unless the car has a little bit of extra in them or omitted them entirely. It's gonna be a long list, guys, but this will be the ultimate subcompact sedan list. And what's going on, guys? Roy Robles here from Zigwheels.ph, and you are watching the Z List. Number 1, Chang'an L-Spin. Right off the bat, you'll find the Chang'an L-Spin. Released in 2020, it not only featured a modern, funky styling, but has enough spec and features to rival cars twice its price. It has two engine options, a 1.4-liter naturally aspirated engine, and makes 100 horsepower and 135 Newton meters of torque, and a 1.5-liter that ups the ante to 175 horsepower and 145 Newton meters of torque. Now, the special sauce that the Chang'an L-Spin has over the rest is the transmission. In the 1.5-liter model, you'd find an advanced wet-type dual clutch transmission, which is pretty impressive considering that other cars in the segment usually have traditional automatics and CVTs. Fuel economy is estimated at 10 kilometers per liter in the city and 16 on the highway. Pricing for the Chang'an L-Spin starts at 539,000 pesos for the 5-speed manual, 599,000 pesos for the 1.5-liter with the dual clutch transmission, and 639,000 for the top-of-the-line Platinum version. That comes with a 15-inch alloy wheels, a chrome grille, sunroof, grab handles, leather materials on the seat, 4 speakers, blind spot monitoring system, cruise control, stability control, and hill start assist. How Chang'an is earning a profit from this car boggles the mind, but if you ask me, with all those features available at this price, it's a total steal. My only gripe is with its looks. Well, what do you think? Drop us a comment in the comment section down below. Number 2, Honda City Sedan. The Honda City, now in its 5th generation in the Philippines, has always been the brand's perennial bestseller. When the Civic went upmarket, it was up to the City to fill in the void it created by offering Honda fans a small car alternative with the same Honda craftsmanship and engineering. This new generation Honda City Sedan is powered by an all-new 1.5-liter DOHC i-VTEC engine that makes 120 horsepower and 145 Newton meters of torque, which makes it one of the more powerful engines in this segment. Apart from its sleek design, Honda's claim to fame for the City is its ULTR seats, giving the Honda City a highly adaptive and versatile interior that enables owners to fit almost anything inside. Fuel economy is rated at 11 kilometers per liter in the city and 15 on the highway thanks to Honda's advanced CVT technology. Pricing starts at 848,000 for the S variant with a manual transmission, while the CVT goes for 888,000, and the nice 8-inch touchscreen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The V-trim gets you a nicer interior, bigger 16-inch wheels, a rear view camera, automatic climate control, and smart entry. While the RS variant gives you all the bells and whistles like the 16-inch RS wheels, body kits, 4 extra speakers, more cup holders, power outlets, leather seats, side curtain airbags, and most importantly, that sweet RS badge, all for the price of 1,058,000 pesos. Number 3, Hyundai Accent. For the past decades, the Hyundai Accent has proven to be a worthy adversary for the more established Japanese brands. Combining power, fuel economy, and price in a neat package, it has risen to become a household name, thanks in large part to being the only subcompact sedan with a turbo diesel engine. The refreshed Hyundai Accent hasn't shied away from this formula too much and is still a good buy for those looking for a value-packed family sedan. You have two engine options: the 1.4-liter petrol engine that makes 99 horsepower and 132 Nm of torque, and the aforementioned turbo diesel, making 127 horsepower and 260 Nm of torque, making the Hyundai Accent the most powerful in the segment. It's also the most frugal, with the diesel giving hybrids a run for their money, with 14 kilometers per liter in the city and a whopping 21 kilometers per liter on the highway. Specs and features are pretty bare bones, and the entry-level petrol-powered Accent remains to be one of the few cars without airbags. It's available for 790,000 pesos with a 6-speed manual and 838,000 pesos with a 6-speed automatic. If you want the security and safety of dual airbags, you'll have to pay extra. It's 838,000 pesos for the manual and 890,000 with an automatic. Now the CRDI, the turbo diesel variants, are pretty up there at 910,000 pesos and 1,038,000 for the manual and automatic respectively. But it isn't so bad considering your fuel saving potential and the power of that turbo diesel. Number 4, Hyundai Radar. With Hyundai recognizing the fact that the Accent is slowly heading up market, they needed a new car to fill the void in the budget segment. Enter the Hyundai Radar. And it just might arguably be an even better value proposition than its bigger brother. Powered by the same Kappa petrol engine as the Hyundai Accent, albeit detuned to make 95 horsepower and the same under 32 Nm of torque figures, the Radar is shorter and almost 100 kilograms lighter than the Accent, making it the perfect city runabout. The 4-speed automatic does a stellar job and nets about 11 kilometers per liter in the city and 15 kilometers per liter on the highway. I would have wished for a more advanced transmission system, but if you rather row through your own gears, a 5-speed manual is available. Starting at 683,000 for the manual and 733,000 for the automatic. But if you want to get the convenience of Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, you'll have to spring for the AVN system, and it can be had for an additional 50,000 pesos. The fact that we're beginning to see more Rayners on the road these days is proof that Hyundai might have found a winner in the subcompact sedan segment. Number 5, Kia Saluto. Now, we all know that Kia and Hyundai are sister companies, but that doesn't mean that they're bosom buddies and chums when it comes to market shares. Sibling rivalry is real, and Kia has its own subcompact sedan to do battle with Hyundai's Radar. The Kia Saludo. It features a more subdued, almost Euro style compared to the Hyundai entry, and I can almost certainly say that if you debadge the Kia Saludo and placed another well-known German marquee on it, it could most certainly fool anyone. You get the same 1.4-liter petrol engine under the hood with 95 horsepower and 132 Nm of torque as the Radar, and is well equipped with standard features such as 6 speakers, 7-inch touchscreen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and a rear parking camera. The lower LX trim gets all those for 665,000 pesos for the manual and 710,000 with a 4-speed automatic. Now, the top of the line EX trim gets leather materials on the seat, steering wheel and shifter, rear parking sensors, 14-inch alloy wheels, and an anti-theft immobilizer, all for 710,000 pesos for the manual and 755,000 for the automatic. The Kia Saludo is tough to beat, and I'm seriously considering this to be one of the top contenders in the segment just for those standard features alone. Number 6, Mazda II. Mazda is fancying itself as a more premium alternative for car buyers, and the Mazda II with its Kodo design is definitely a looker and a serious contender. While it has been a while since the Mazda II was released, the fact that it can still run circles around the designs of more modern releases is a testament to design and craftsmanship of Mazdas. The 1.5-liter DOHC Skyactiv G engine has a higher compression ratio than the usual 4-pot gasoline engine, allowing a more dynamic driving experience and better fuel economy. It makes a respectable 109 horsepower and 141 Nm of torque with a 6-speed automatic transmission with paddle shifters. There's also a selectable sports mode feature to increase throttle response. City driving is tested at around 11 km per liter, while highway jaunts reach around 15 to 16 km per liter. G-vectoring systems make an appearance as well in Mazda's smallest offering, allowing the proper torque figures during cornering to mitigate body roll, improve handling and stability, and add more confidence in driving. Mazda also offers one of the best after-sales services in the business, with a free PMS parts and labor service for 5 years or 100,000 kilometers, whichever comes first. And if you ask me, that makes the 995,000 peso asking price so much worth it. Not only can you have a highly capable subcompact sedan, but buyers are assured of a worry-free driving experience. Number 7, MG5. The MG5 is a value-packed offering from the British brand. Although their cars are now being built in China, the proud MG heritage is alive and well in MG's offerings, and the MG5 shows both the craftsmanship and quality European cars are most well known for. The 1.5-liter DOHC naturally aspirated engine makes 112 horsepower and a healthy 150 Nm of torque with either a 5-speed manual or a CVT. Getting in and around town as well as out of it is easy and effortless thanks to the above-average torque figure. While the manual transmission can give you upwards of at least 10 km per liter in the city and 14 on the highway, the CVT can one-up it by giving you 11 to 12 km per liter within city limits, which goes to show you how far automatic transmissions have come from those clunky ones in the 90s and mid-2000s. The interior is also spacious and pretty snazzy, fitting its Euro heritage. Featuring standard amenities such as an 8-inch touchscreen infotainment system with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, USB ports, reverse parking sensors, DRLs, keyless entry, and the sheer amount of kit in the MG5 is staggering. The best part is that buyers can have all the aforementioned features for as low as 658,888 pesos for the manual core variant, and the 718,888 for the CVT. Moving up for the style trim, for 848,888 pesos affords you a bigger 10-inch infotainment screen, larger 16-inch mags, and rear disc brakes, cruise control, push-button start, a full-color trip computer, side airbags, automated folding side mirrors, leather seats, sunroof, and automatic climate control. Springing for the 938,888 peso top-of-the-line Alpha trim will get you full LED headlamps, power adjustable driver and passenger seats, seat heating, electronic parking brake, and automatic brake hold, curtain airbags, smart passive entry, 6 speakers, and a nifty 360-degree camera. I'm surprised that MG didn't even include a kitchen sink in their feature-packed MG5. Number 8, Mitsubishi Mirage G4. Very few subcompact sedans in the Philippines mean so much to the local market than the Mitsubishi Mirage G4. For one, the subcompact sedan is proudly made in the Philippines, supporting a lot of jobs and providing a steady revenue stream for the government and economy. For two, it is a testament to Filipino craftsmanship. As more sales come out of it, the more investments and trust companies will have with our products. And for three, it just received a radical facelift and now features a dynamic shield design, giving it a stunning look much different than the previous model. You can check this video right here for the full review of the new 2022 Mitsubishi Mirage G4. Nothing much has changed apart from the all-new exterior design, updated gauge clusters, and the touchscreen infotainment screen that now features Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Pricing for the Mirage G4 starts at 769,000 for the manual and 819,000 that comes with a CVT for the GLX variant, while 899,000 pesos will get you the GLS with all the bells and whistles. While some might think that is a pretty hefty price increase, you'll have to test drive the Mirage G4 and maybe it will make a believer out of you. Number 9. Nissan Almera. Let's get one thing straight. I might rag on Nissan every now and then and might even get tagged as a Nissan hater by some, but nothing can be further from the truth. The thing is, I do have very high expectations for the brand, and that is the sole reason why I might get so hard on them at times. Case in point, the Nissan Almera. I'm not going to mince words here, this car isn't the prettiest. It's not the most powerful, nor is it the most frugal. It isn't exactly the most affordable car either, but darn it, do I love this car. Unpopular opinion, this is the most underrated subcompact sedan out there. I'm not going to go too far into the Nissan Almera as that deserves a totally different video. Powering the Almera is either a 1.23 cylinder engine that makes 78 horsepower and 160 Nm of torque, and a 1.5 liter 4-cylinder that makes around 99 horsepower and 134 Nm of torque, which doesn't sound like a lot, because it isn't. One of the few things I know is going for the Almera is that it's got space for days. It can even rival that of most compact sedans. Mostly what I love most about the Almera is the potential. So many things you can do with it. It's like a blank canvas. The Almera starts at 657,000 pesos for the 1.2 liter with a manual transmission, and moving up to the E variant with the 1.5 liter will cost you 735,000 for the manual and 824,000 with the automatic. The top of the line VL trim with the fancy interior, the rear AC vents, will dent your bank account to the tune of 933,000 pesos, but there's also this special edition N Sport trim with the special N Sport body kits for a cool 735,000 for the manual and 890,000 pesos for the automatic. Alright, so we're in the middle of the video right now, and I gotta tell you guys, there's a lot more subcompact sedans to come. But if you've reached this far in the video and we've provided you with value, please like this video and all our other videos so that we can go ahead and know what you guys want, and we can go ahead and make some new videos. While you're at it, subscribe to our channel. Make sure that you hit that notification icon so that you're alerted whenever we upload a new video. And thank you so much in advance. Now, let's continue with the show. Number 10. Suzuki SIAS. Suzuki is the king of small cars, so much so when they tried their hand at creating a sporty, large executive sedan, it didn't amount to very much really. Remember the Kizashi? Well, that's well in the past now, and Suzuki is back at what it does best, and the Suzuki SIAS is probably as big as they're gonna get for a small subcompact sedans in a while. But this thing really dreams big. It makes 92 horsepower and 130 Nm of torque from a 1.4 liter DOHC engine, and that's about everything you need to know about the car really. It's not remarkable in any way, the design is inoffensive and is in line with every other subcompact car in the market. In fact, since its introduction in 2016, it's experienced just a slight refresh very recently, and very little has changed to the existing formula. Yet it still sells, and I'm pretty sure it's sold even more than the Suzuki Kizashi could ever dream of. But that's the beauty of the Suzuki SIAS. If you need a city car that gets you from A to B, or in this case, A to Z, this is your car. It helps that it only comes in one variant too, the GL, and it starts at 888,000 pesos. I'm glad that it has both Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, because those things should be standard in the car these days. And that's what this SIAS is. It's basic. But those very basic features, it does all those things very well. Number 11, Suzuki Desire. First of all, I need to make a correction. Last time I created this video here of the best under 600,000 pesos cars, I wrongfully omitted one car from the list. This car had everything I was looking for in a sub 600,000 peso car. Safety features, power, and of course the price. I totally left out the Suzuki Desire, and that was definitely my bad, and I'll make it up to all you Desire fans very soon. Let's do a thought experiment. Close your eyes with me and let's say that you really love the new Suzuki Swift. You love the bulbous front end, the suspension characteristics, the engine, basically just everything about it. But you really can't live without the rear trunk. Sure, hatchbacks are fine, but you need something more substantial. You need the trunk to fit all your stuff in and forget about it. Now open your eyes, and what do you have here? It's a Suzuki Desire. Its first generation was certainly an oddity. It's just a Suzuki Swift with a trunk attached to it, and I doubted it hard. I doubted it with the fire of 1,000 burning suns, but to my surprise, it sold quite well. Why wouldn't it? It was affordable. It had space to seat 5 people, a relatively peppy engine. It had it all. Now the second generation Desire, well, it still looks like a Suzuki Swift with a trunk, but this trunk is integrated more seamlessly this time with the entire design. It has a 1.2 liter DOHC 4-cylinder engine that makes 82 horsepower and 113 Nm of torque, which at a hair under 900 kilograms is plenty. I haven't tested the fuel economy on the Desire just yet, but if I were to trust what other guys were getting while they were driving it, the city, they would probably get around 12 kilometers per liter. Seems possible, right? And 17 on the highway. It's totally believable considering the light weight. And the price, forget about it. How does 549,900 pesos sound like for the entry-level GA trim? And for that price, you get dual airbags, ABS with EBD or electronic brake force distribution, a center armrest. These features are practically unheard of from a car at this price point, let alone from an established Japanese manufacturer like Suzuki. Stepping up for the GL model, for 648,000 pesos, you get even more toys like 2 more speakers, bring the speaker count to 4, stability control, security alarm, steering wheel mounted controls, Bluetooth, electronic folding mirrors, rear parking sensors, electronic and folding mirrors, a sweet 15-inch alloy wheels. Now those aforementioned trims only come with a 5-speed manual, but if you want to get the 5-speed advanced automated gear shift system, which acts like an automatic but is actually an automated manual transmission that totally omits the need for a clutch pedal, you will have to opt for the GL Plus trim at a still reasonable 708,000 pesos. Now I'm gearing to get my hands on this to actually test one. Leave me a comment in the comment section down below if you want me to test the Suzuki Desire. Number 12, Toyota Vios. Here we go, guys. Does this car really need any introductions? The Toyota Vios is the perennial favorite and the sales leader of the bunch. It does so many things right and offers the most number of trims and variants that it has what anyone needs at any budget at any price point. When the Vios was first introduced, it acted as it was the writing on the wall for the Toyota Corolla, and now, after 3 generations, 4 if you ask a different set of owners, and 5 for another set, it's now the brand's and the country's best-selling car, period. Alright, the Toyota Vios has probably one of the most diverse set of trims variants out there, but let's start with this one. The Toyota Vios has 2 engine options, a 1.3 liter DOHC engine that makes 98 horsepower and 123 Nm of torque, and a zesty 1.5 liter DOHC that peaks at 106 horsepower and 140 Nm of torque. It makes do with a 5-speed manual transmission or a CVT that averages around 10 kilometers per liter in the city for the 1.3 and 8 kilometers per liter for the 1.5. Highway ratings are pretty much even at around 14 to 15 kilometers per liter, but would you believe me if I told you that these figures were tested on the CVT versions of the Vios? That's right, guys, automatics have come a long way, and while I still prefer driving a manual, I have to admit, automatics just might be the way to go for performance and fuel economy. There, I said it. Bring in the pitchforks and the hate comments my way. I won't be beating around the bush here because, like I said, the Vios has one of the most diverse trim options out there, and we'll be talking about the different variants for their prices for your buying needs. So first off, you've got the Toyota Vios 1.3 base variant. That's right, base variant. Only available in a 5-speed manual, but there are 2 options. the 3 airbag version and 7 airbag version. Later on, you'll be hearing about a theme about this. That's right, for 681,000 pesos and 691,000 pesos respectively, you get a car with even more airbags and safety features than most cars on this list. Steel wheels are the order of the day, and you also get windy windows for the passengers. But if you need automated windows and hubcaps, the J variant might be your cup of tea. For 707,000 pesos for the 3 airbag version and 717,000 for the 7 airbag variant. Are you still following me? Okay, because there are a few more trims and variants out, and try to catch up. Now, if you think the J variant is good but you want to have the CVT, the Toyota Vios XE is right there for 753,000 for the 3 airbag version and 808,000 for the 7 airbag one. It's pretty much the J variant but with a CVT and the sweet 7-inch touchscreen infotainment system with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Now, up the ladder, there's the XLE version, which starts at 801,000 pesos with a manual and 851,000 with a CVT. The XLE has color-matched door handles and side mirrors, which are now, by the way, power adjustable. LED fog lamps are also present moving forward, starting with this trim, and you finally have an alarm system and keyless entry for extra security. It has 15-inch alloy wheels, and just the 14-inch steel wheels from the previous variants. And the gauge clusters are also fancier with Optitron gauges. You can finally enjoy your tunes through 4 speakers, not just 2. Well, the XLE is actually a quantum leap ahead of the XC variant, but the thing is, the XLE only has 3 airbags. To get everything the XLE has, but with 7 airbags, you're gonna have to move up to the E variant. And this is gonna cost you dearly at 851,000 for the manual and 901,000 for the automatic. Now we're gonna leave behind the 1.3 liter engine variants and finally get into the 1.5 liter trims. The top of the line G variant is available at 911,000 pesos in the manual and 970,000 with a CVT. It comes with everything I mentioned, but ups the ante with bigger 16-inch wheels, LED headlamps, daytime running lamps, LED tail lamps, 6 speakers, push start button, leather seats, paddle shifters, active drive modes from the default drive mode, eco and sport, retractable side mirrors, security immobilizer, smart entry, and automatic climate control. If you think we're done with the Vios, I wish I was as naive as you guys was. On top of the G variant, there's also the limited edition GR Sport variant that with everything else from the G, but with a special Gazoo Racing body kits, Gazoo Racing 16-inch alloy wheels, special Gazoo Racing passenger seats, red accents and stitching, as well as the sweet GR red gauge cluster. It also has bespoke 10-speed CVT, which you won't find in any other Vios variant. Now, I drove the GRS a few months ago, and I gotta say, it's quite a revelation. Drive one to believe me. Number 13, Volkswagen Santana. Finally, we're at the home stretch, and here you'll find one of the most surprising entries of the bunch, the ultimate sleeper car, because to be honest, the Volkswagen Santana evokes emotions other than adventure or excitement. But get behind the wheel and you'll find that it just might be your very first legitimate European car. Not just Euro inspired, but actually Euro heritage. You get 2 engine options. The 1.4 liter that makes 89 horsepower and 132 Newton meters of torque, and a 1.5 liter that makes 108 horsepower and 150 Newton meters of torque. Now, if manuals are the way to go for you, then you'll be relegated to the 1.4 liter variant, but the 1.5 liter does have a 6-speed automatic transmission available, and it mates to that engine very well. I tested the top of the line SE trim and got 9 kilometers per liter in the city and 14 on the highway, which is pretty sweet. Although regarding the different trim levels, the entry-level 1.4 MPI variant is the volume mover, the one for fleet use. Pricing starts at 686,000 pesos. It has dual airbags and ABS as well as ISOFIX anchors, but don't expect it to be the beacon of luxury. It still goes pretty well though, and the most affordable European car out there. Moving up, there's the 180 MPI S and SE. The S trim starts at 898,000 pesos and goes all the way up to 929,000 pesos to get the option for the Blapunk audio system. Interior details are similar to the 1.4 variant, but at least you get a nice 7-inch touchscreen infotainment screen as well as larger 15-inch wheels. Now you got the 180 MPI SE. It has it all, and additional features like multi-function steering wheel with cruise control, automatic wipers, a sunroof, front and rear fog lamps, an extra set of side airbags, electronic stability control, rear parking sensors, and 6 speakers. All this for 962,000 pesos. And of course, the option for the Blapunk system, and it'll cost extra, bringing the total bill to 993,000 pesos. If you ask me, the Volkswagen Santana certainly deserves its European designation and heritage. Alright, this went on too far, guys. I was quite surprised and taken aback at how many subcompact sedans are available in the market, but I hope that was able to help you guys with your car buying needs. If we provided you value for this content, please like this video and all our other videos as well, so that we can go ahead and make sure that we make you guys some new and compelling new content, as well as review some new cars that I'm sure you guys will enjoy. So go ahead and subscribe to our channel and hit that notification icon so that you're notified whenever we upload a new video. Once again, this is Roy Robles from Zigwheels.ph, working from home, staying safe. I hope you guys are doing as well. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.